see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk.
Good evening, good night, whoever listening, watching from around the world. It's an edition of the Make We Talk program. And tonight's topic is opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden was denied the use of taxpayers' helicopter. Wherever you're listening, watching, it is Make We Talk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Share up this live feed to show you how this unity or disorganized or wicked the Holness administration is. We're going to speak about that tonight. And this should be on the lips of every single Jamaican from all walks of life. In a disaster, the Prime Minister office denied the leader of the opposition, the King's opposition, the use of a helicopter. The use of a helicopter. The JDF have 16 helicopters in its fleet. I just checked it a while ago. 16 helicopters. And you're telling me that all 16 helicopters being in use. All 16 helicopters is in use. Huh? All 16 helicopters in use. The opposition leader denied the use of taxpayers' helicopter. And you have some people out there who don't think the opposition leader has a right to use it. Let me say something too now. For those Bafam coolers, and I make no apology. The opposition is the King's opposition, the part of the government of Jamaica. And we're facing a time in our life that our people is in need of help. The Prime Minister speaks about unity. The Prime Minister speak about unity. And the Prime Minister truly need unity. What he should have said to the opposition leader, invite the opposition leader to come on tours with him. Invite the leader of the opposition to come on tours with him and tour the affected areas. Mr. Golden had us to use a private helicopter. He has to pay to use a private helicopter. And the Jamaica Defence Force have 16 in its fleet. 16 Bell helicopters. 16. But you have some people who they can't put away politics. All they think about is the PNP and the JLP. Well, tonight, let me make something clear to everybody tonight. The leader of the opposition, Mark Jefferson Golden, is the king's opposition. And he has a right to request from the Minister of Defense, who is the Prime Minister of this country, the use of an helicopter in the time of an emergency, the time of natural disaster. And the Prime Minister of this country office did not allow the leader of the opposition, the people's opposition, to use an helicopter to survey the damage done by Hurricane Melissa across the length and breadth of this country. He wasn't allowed to use it. And if you don't believe me, listen to what Mr. Golden has to say. Listen to this video here.
So today we have got access to a helicopter from a private company, and that's enabled me to come down. We flew over St. Elizabeth, had a look at the terrible damage. We landed in White House, which is where we are now. We visited also Burn Savannah, and we flew over Sab and other communities. Darleston, the devastation is terrible in Westmoreland. The people are really desperate. They need water, they need food. There are many communities that are still cut off, and where we need to open them up so that they can have some source of comfort and assistance. So this is the time now to really rev up the assistance, get it deployed into the communities, work with the members of parliament because they know where the needs are, work with the churches, work with the NGOs that want to help, so we can put a full force national effort with international support behind saving our country and rebuilding our country. And the people are very happy to see us. And I think we should be facilitated so that we can give them a sense of hope as well, that we're not forsaking them, that they matter, and that they're going to get support. And that's the message I've been bringing today.
Our people need food, they need water, they need everything. It's total destruction, total disaster. But we are here. We're here to do an assessment, to go back to ensure that we can get the necessary things that this constituency wants so we can move forward. We're going to build back stronger, and we're going to ensure that we take care of every Jamaican and every citizen of Western Westmoreland. That's the commitment they have from me as their member of parliament. Thank you.
I'm saying to residents, I'm here with you. My own accommodation in South Sea Park was destroyed as well. I'm trying to get to all the communities, but I use the same roads that you use. If they are blocked, I can't get there either. So we're trying to engage members, people who have backhoes, chainsaws and those things, so that we can clear the road and open up back access to the residents. Yes, I'm grateful that the leader has been here himself and he's been assisted in speaking to persons within the government and in the private sector so we can get help to the people of Eastern Westmoreland. I can make one assurance to you that we will never leave you and we will never forsake you and we will never allow anybody to treat this constituency like it doesn't matter. It will remain at the forefront for our attention.
So hold straight, be positive, believe in our God, and everything will be all right. One love.
Good afternoon, Make We Talk. You're live. Hold on a minute for me, please. I am being corrected right now that the opposition leader was not denied at the use of an helicopter. But that's what is in the news. Go ahead for me, caller. Welcome to the program. One moment for me. One moment. I need to. One moment. Go ahead for me, sir. Hello?
Yes, sir. Hear me?
Yes, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said it's been a while.
Yes, it is. It's been a while.
You ever hear when your grandmother say if you know mash hands, you know finding gut?
Let me correct something here before we go any further. I was reliably informed by somebody within the ranks of the People's National Party that the opposition leader was not denied the use of an helicopter, but it's all over the news that he was denied one. That's what I was told. I should have. Anyway, go ahead for me, caller.
Jeffrey, Mr. Jeffrey, if you know go so, in near go so. There must have been some
my
utterance.
question is this though. My question is this though. Why did the opposition leader have to use a private helicopter? The JDF have 16 helicopters in his fleet. And if he was never denied the use of a helicopter, then I apologize about that. But the fact of the matter is, why did he have to use a private helicopter?
Sir Jeffrey, again, as I say, there has to be something in the line of whatever was said. You hear me? This Prime Minister, I wonder if us as Jamaican really trying to get in the head of each other and sit down, look, and analyze the whole play and what's happening with this going around and looking and trying to assess the whole thing that has been happening to the island, especially in the southern and western part of the country.
Yes.
And I said, if you know mash hands, you know, finding God.
But
this Prime Minister doing all of this, you know, me no business when no I care zero what no one want to say, you know. We need to sit and analyze, you know. What this man is doing is just flat out, you know. All that this man is doing, flying around, is just flat out.
If Mr. Golden asked for a helicopter and he didn't get any response from it, any reply, that means he was denied the use of an helicopter.
Exactly, sir. That's what I'm saying. If fact that this argument has come to the forefront, the fact that this argument has come to the forefront, Mr. Jeffrey, there has to be some form of word that was said that, listen me, he's not getting it. And the fact that he ended up using a private air wing, there has to be some truth to the story. There has to be some truth to the story.
And my question to caller, why didn't the Prime Minister say to the leader of the opposition to show unity in our country to the international community, international media? You and I are going to travel the length and breadth of Jamaica in the helicopter. You and I.
Mr. Jeffrey, sorry. That's what I'm just going to get to. You hit it. That's where I'm coming. That's why I tell you the man is, whatever the man is doing it for clout. Exactly what you just said. That's what I was going to say to you, because you are the two person that we have as the head. Unfortunately, the other person wasn't successful. No, you are the person that is the head of the country. You are the chief commander of the country. And we are in a situation, a dire state like this, and you are just flying from one place to the in all this, the Prime Minister did not need to be in a helicopter flying around, but he's trying to get an aerial view of assessment of what happened to the country. He should have had a team that's out there looking what's happening, putting things to paper while he himself with his organization sitting somewhere getting the information where when those persons out there, just like how you have the DART, which the other country use, disaster assessment preparedness team. Whenever they have a disaster, they send out a DART team. They go and analyze and come back. The Prime Minister had no dealing with that. He's just doing it for crowd.
And also, sir, I am being told that the Andrew Holness administration has named a committee and not one single member of the opposition is on the committee.
I've seen that as well, and I think it is in charge with Mackenzie and Vav.
Not one single member of civil society or member of the opposition parties on it.
I saw Vaz on an interview yesterday as well, trying to tell the persons how and when and they need to open the airstrip in Montego Bay like no, because flight need to go in. I wonder if he understands the technicality and the mechanics that have to go in with those airstrip marking to ensure that an airplane land and take off.
The person who said to me that he was not denied a helicopter is within the ranks of the People's National Party. My question tonight, if the leader of the opposition requested a helicopter from the JDF and the office of the Prime Minister did not respond to him, or whatever case it may be, the JDF have 16 helicopters. Are you telling me that those 16 helicopters is all over the place with all the ministers all over the place? Tuftant have one, Daryl Vaz have one, Holness have one,
John have one,
hold on, Deadman Mackenzie have one, Chang have one. What is going on?
Mr. Tavares, as you said it, that's what I was getting to, Mr. Tavares. The fact that it is the opposition leader and the Prime Minister, both of them should have been sitting if he decide to make an aerial view. Both of them should have been in that one airplane moving from point A to point B if they wanted to say they were getting aerial view as pardon to this Prime Minister to assess what's happening. I'm saying to you, it should have been both of them in that plane at the same time while they're moving. They should have been there with each other trying to dialogue, having some dialogue between themselves to say, okay, this is what we are seeing. This is the best step forward. This is what we are going to do. But this man just went around flying like he has no damn sense.
And another thing again, the Prime Minister says he's going around, flying around the entire nation from St. Elizabeth to Hanover to Westmoreland to wherever. Does the Prime Minister has a technical person with him in the helicopter assessing the aerial view too? Or is it just the Prime Minister, his security detail and his secretary?
That's exactly, sir, that's exactly what's happening. That's why I said to you, he had no dealing with flying around, but he's assessing. What form of technicality does he have to be there, but he's assessing? I said this Prime Minister should have had a team going out that he sent out while him and the opposition and those persons who are key players getting information, putting them to pen and paper. And when that DART team or that assessment team goes out and see what's happening, and the engineer and get the facts together and relay that information to them wherever they may be, then they will know how to organize and send persons forward. All he's doing is just doing this for crowd to hear people say, oh, the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister. This
The
man
Prime
them
Minister,
say if you know mash hands, you know finding God, the man is showing you his true color. He have no care. It's just about himself.
the Prime Minister of this country, in his inaugural speech as Jamaica's whatever Prime Minister, no disrespect to the office of the Prime Minister, said that it's time for the opposition and the government to unite. Mr. Holness, is this what you call unity, sir? The country is in a crisis. And before you call on the opposition, the leader of the opposition, a born Jamaican, born in this country, grew up in this country, before you call the leader of the opposition and say to him, Mr. Golden, or Mark, whatever you want to call him, Marky G, or whatever you want to call him, I am requesting you to travel with me around in the helicopter. Let us do the aerial view as Prime Minister and as leader of the opposition. Why didn't you do that, Mr. Holness? You were the one, Prime Minister Holness, on the lawns of King's House, addressing the Jamaican people, addressing the media and Jamaicans in the diaspora, that you want to see a united front, a united government with the opposition. This is the opportune time. This is the opportune time, Mr. Holness. The people of this country is going through a hardship. The people of Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, St. James, Hanover, Trelawney. And this is the time, Mr. Holness, for you to unite this country. More than what you're doing, you're dividing this nation more than anything else. Why didn't you ask the opposition leader to come with you? And why didn't the office of the Prime Minister reply to the opposition leader about a helicopter? They have 16 helicopters in this fleet. I am not going to take down this thing. I'm sorry. I respect the person within the ranks of the People's National Party. I respect her. But I'm not going to take it down. Mr. Golden, opposition leader, was denied. He was denied a helicopter.
I was asking myself, how is it the Prime Minister is right there in St. Elizabeth? Westmoreland is like, you spit in Westmoreland from St. Elizabeth. And he didn't even have the time to put the white of his eye over there to look. But I'm saying it again, this man is only doing what he's doing for clout. He just wants himself to look good, and that's how he has been operated from all these years. But guess what? I heard it, I don't remember exactly what they said. Like I think he was saying that the people of the country try to sorry something about sorry for politicians too much. I try to give them pity. I don't remember the exact story, but guess what? These are the things. That's why they are stepping in the people's neck of Jamaica. That's why they're stepping the people's neck of Jamaica. In a time like this where there's crisis. As a matter of fact, you think he talk about unity. You hear he talk about unity. Remember, he told them before the election he doesn't need an opposition, He has his people to oppose him. So how can you expect better for someone like this? How can we expect better for someone like this? This man should be with the opposition leader and both of them going for it to be, if that's what he decided to do. But guess what? He's just like a peacock. He wants to spread his tail. But guess what? With pride, you must have a fall. So Jeffrey, I'll continue to listen to your program. Have a good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome. I want you to listen to the video here of what the opposition leader said. And I will not, I am sorry, until Mr. Golden come out and say he was never denied the use of an helicopter, then I will take it down. The opposition leader of Jamaica. Good night, make we talk you live. Good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Tate.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hi, good night. It's me.
Mhm.
I told you that gentleman is for himself. He only want to be, everything he's doing is just he. Can you imagine? He's doing a charity. His face got to be on it. The next charity, Paul's face got to be on it. None of them face should be on the charity. They should be the people that are suffering on the water, the people houses or things should be on the charity thing. I am telling you, Mr. Honest is not a nice person. He only say things to make him look good. But when it comes to it, he won't do it. Why couldn't he give Mr. Mark Golding a chopper? Why couldn't he give him one? They don't have to travel together, but give them a chopper. It is there. It's not only his chopper. It's the people's chopper. If he lose government, the chopper would go over to the other government. So
No,
if
no,
not,
no.
he don't pay for those chopper.
The JDF do not run by any government.
So why the
Hold on for
JDS
me,
didn't
ma'am.
give
Hold on for
them?
me. Hold on for me. The Jamaica Defence Force helicopters do not owned by any government. The JDF is the King's Defence Force.
Yeah. So why Mr. Golden couldn't get one?
That's a very good question.
Because only not to give it. He give the order.
I don't believe.
And I think
Listen
it's
to me.
very nasty.
No, hold on there. I don't believe. I'm not taking it from the Prime Minister. No. We do not know if he even know about it. Because you have some people. Hold on, no, Miss Mooney. You have some people within the ranks of government, who when things come in, they make a decision even before the Prime Minister even know. Even the
Listen, the
opposition
Prime
leader.
Minister know everything.
Even the opposition leader.
The Prime Minister know everything.
I don't believe that, man.
Trust me. Yes, he knows about everything. There's nothing past that gentleman. He's got
you know?
eyes
Are you
in
there to know that?
740p. But he knows about it. Let he come out and say he didn't know about it. Let he come out and make a statement that he didn't know about it. He did know about it, and I can put my life on it.
Well, I will put my life
good
on
night,
it.
dear.
I mean, I lose my life in a
Good night.
politician.
Well, it's nothing to do with it. It's to do with the people of Jamaica. Nothing to do with no politician people. The people of Jamaica is one. One blood, one. That's it. When you cut a Jamaican, you cut any Jamaican.
All right, Miss Winnie, thanks much. Hello? I don't know if the PM know about it, I don't know if he knows about it. But if the Prime Minister know about it and this was denied, if they truly, and which of that they did, the opposition leader who is the King's opposition, the people's opposition, and you're talking about unity, Mr. Holness? Is this a form of unity, sir? Is this a form of unity, sir? If this is unity, then I do not want to know what unity is. You are going to deny the request of the opposition leader for the use of an helicopter. Good night. Make we talk. You're live.
Hello, good night, sir.
Yes, sir. You're live. Go ahead.
What's up? You hear anything about?
You're live on air, sir. You are live on air, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're live on air.
Oh, I never know that. Sorry about that. I wanna. All right, let me call back. Let me find out.
You have some people calling my phone, and obviously they do not subscribe to the Mekwita YouTube channel, but they're calling me to ask me questions. Subscribe to the channel to know when I'm live. The Jamaican people pay for those helicopters. The Jamaican people pay every single member of the JDF. The leader of the opposition has a right to use the air wing of the JDF. Not Mr. Holness alone. Not Daryl Vaz alone, nor Christopher Tufton. Yes, it's funded through the budget. But it is known as the King's Defence Force. Because when certain things are happening in London, members of the JDF go to Buckingham Palace to guard Buckingham Palace. It is known as the King's Defence Force. Listen to what Mr. Golden said, Listen to what Mr. Golden said in this video. Listen to this.
So today we have got access to a helicopter from a private company, and that's...
You hear? We have access to a helicopter from a private company. Whether the private company gave it to him for free, or he had to pay for it out of his own pocket, or the opposition, or the People's National Party coffers, we don't know. The fact of the matter is, the opposition leader has a right. The opposition leader has a right. And I'm not looking at the views by putting up denied. It was told to me, it was in the news, it's all over the news, that the opposition leader was denied the use of an helicopter. And it should not be. It should not be that Mark Jefferson Golding, the leader of the opposition, in a time of crisis, in the time of crisis, denied the use of an helicopter. I never said that the king paid the JDF, It is known as the King's Defence Force. Members of the JDF goes to London to defend Buckingham Palace on many occasions, to stand guard at Buckingham Palace. Yes, the people of Jamaica pay them. Let's go back to what I'm talking about. What I was told, that the leader of the opposition went to Westmoreland. This is to show you, that Mr. Golding may wanted that helicopter from when? If Mr. Holness rather, if Mr. Andrew Michael Holness, the Prime Minister of this country, wanted unity in this country and want to show unity, what he should have done, if he doesn't want Mark Golding in a helicopter with him, give clear indication or call Mr. Golding and say, Mark G, our opposition leader, our Mark, our member Golding, or whatever you want to call him, you are assigned a helicopter. You are assigned 2 pilots from the JDF and a helicopter to carry around, to have your aerial view into what you want to do. You're assigned a helicopter. It cannot be that the only people who are assigned helicopters in Jamaica is members of the cabinet, Daryl Vaz and Christopher Tufton and the Prime Minister. But the leader of the opposition, Mark Jefferson Golding, was never assigned a JDF helicopter. And the JDF has 16 Bell helicopters. 16 of them. And the leader of the opposition, whether he rent this helicopter here, or it was given to him free, is neither here nor there. The Prime Minister should have assigned a helicopter to the leader of the opposition in the time of natural disaster, or say to him, Come with me. But we go around and see what is going on in our country. But this is the Jamaica that we're going down, a dictatorial state. When our people in St. Elizabeth in Westmoreland is suffering. 16 helicopters is in the fleet of the Jamaica Defence Force. 16. The Americans that came in with 5 this evening are this morning. And you're saying to me that you can't assign a helicopter to the leader of the opposition for him to tour St. Elizabeth, for him to tour Westmoreland, for him to tour Hanover, for him to tour St. James, for him to tour Trelawney, for him to tour Portland, St. Mary, St. Thomas. Is only you, Mr. Golding, Mr. Holness, must have access to a helicopter, taxpayers' helicopter. You and Darrell Vaz and Christopher Tufton. But no other member of the opposition must have any access to anything. You all name committees, and not one single member of the opposition is on the committee. What sort of country are we running? That is why Jamaicans refuse to send any money to UNO. There should be accountability. There must be some accountability in all of this. You and Flight Green traveling around in helicopter. But the leader of the opposition, whether he rent this helicopter or it was given to him free, is neither here nor there with me. He's the leader of the opposition of the country. He's the king's opposition, the people's opposition. And you, Prime Minister Holness, in your inaugural speech to the people of this country and the diaspora, you spoke about unity, sir. Is this unity? Is this unity? I want to say good night to former Jamaican Ambassador Curtis Ward. Good night to you, sir. How is it that we must come together as a people when our leaders are dividing this country in a time of crisis? And all I can hear now, you're gonna hear and you're gonna hear Dana Morris with this, well-known blogger talking at the opposition that was denied. When you don't respond to a person, you're being denied. And the fact of the matter is, if you all don't see it fit to say to the Prime Minister, let's invite the opposition leader with you to travel around, or assign a helicopter to the opposition leader. We don't have something hiding. We don't think that Mark Golding may see something or hear something in the traveling. Huh? Is it that Mark Jefferson Golding will hear something in those Bell helicopters that's for the Prime Minister's ears only? Jamaicans, I want you to do something for me. Start making note for every single donation that is made to this country, whether it be kind or cash. Start making a note of it. And same way Mr. Holness and his entourage has named committees without any leader of the opposition on it, without any member of the opposition on it. Members of the Jamaican diaspora must ask for a comprehensive financial report of any money on sent to Jamaica, to this government. I didn't want to go down that road tonight, but I have to. We need some accountability. So is it that the opposition leader must not hear anything that's going on in those Bell helicopters? Why Mr. Holness didn't invite Mr. Golden to be a part of him traveling around this country in taxpayers' helicopter? Is it that he doesn't want Mr. Golden to hear him? The leader of the opposition, listen to what he said, and Mr. Golden said to the one mouth, listen to this, and read between the lines. When he said he has to acquire a private helicopter. When Jamaica, the Jamaica Defence Force, in his fleet has 16 helicopters. 16! Not 1, 2, or 3. 16! Do your research. How many helicopters or how many fleet of helicopters is in the arsenal of the Jamaica Defence Force? It will tell you. 16 Bell helicopters. Listen to what Mr. Golden said.
So today we have got access to a helicopter from a private company, and that's an...
Here? From a private company. From a private company. And I think Mr. Golden deliberately said this, from a private company. A private company. The leader of the opposition of Jamaica got access to a helicopter from a private company. When the Jamaica Defence Force, the People's Defence Force, has 16 helicopters, and he was denied the use of the one of the 16 helicopters. Listen to some more of him, then I bring on Luke George Cole. Listen to some more of this.
Able me to come down. We flew over St. Elizabeth, had a look at the terrible damage. We landed in White House, which is where we are now. We visited also Burn Savannah, and we flew over Sab and other communities. Darleston, the devastation is terrible in Westmoreland. The people are really desperate. They need water, they need food. There are many communities that are still cut off, and where we need to open them up so that they can have some source of comfort and assistance. So this is the time now to really rev up the assistance, get it deployed into the communities. Work with the members of parliament because they know where the needs are. Work with the churches, work with the NGOs that want to help, so we can put a full force national effort with international support behind saving our country and rebuilding our country. And I'm committed to working, if I'm allowed, with the government in a joint effort to make it happen.
You hear? Mr. Golden said he's committed to work with the government if he's allowed. No, any true leader of any modern democracy to a country in crisis would have called in the opposition to come in and sit down and have dialogue with them. Any modern democracy and any true leader who wants to see unity in the country in a time of this, in a time as this, would have said to the opposition, I am inviting you to sit at the table. He was denied the use of an helicopter. No member of the opposition is sitting in the committee now. When it comes on to Merlisa relief program, no member of the opposition is sitting on it because of them run things. The government run things. So they don't want anybody to come in and see what they're going to do with hanky-panky, with poor people money. Huh? Poor people dying in this country. Dying in this country. Mr. Golden was denied the use of a helicopter.
Ball out! Whoa, yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift.
He was denied the use of taxpayers' helicopter in this country. It seems as if it's Darrell Vaz and Andrew Holness bought these helicopters. And Christopher Tufton. Not the taxpayers of this country. And they have 16 helicopters. And yet the people of Westmoreland can't even get help. They have 16 helicopters. Yet the people of St. Elizabeth still don't have any help. They have 16 helicopters. Yet the roads and the people of Trelawney not getting any help. They have 16 helicopters, yet the people of Hanover, St. James. Now they have members of the army from the United States helping them. Let us see how everything gonna work out. And they have to go back to the drawing board, you know. It cannot be that in a natural disaster, we have to wait for Kingston to come down. I don't know which administration got rid of the Public Works Department. When the PWD was in the parishes in this country, when a natural disaster happened, the Public Works Department was able to clear road before Kingston come down. But now, the people in the country have to wait until Kingston to help them to clear road. What Sankey sing so? Huh? You have to wait. Not only wait. Why is it that they can't have some tents? Clear out a part. Clear out somewhere in St. Elizabeth. Put some tents, man. Put a ground zero tent. Make the people come there for food. Put up something that they can have showers. Clear the part. But everybody have to near my food, you know. Everyone have to near my food. Who know how water truck in a parliament have tractavator? Who not tractavator in a parliament have tent can rent? There's a near my food mentality while the people perish. Why can't you say to the Americans, we need some tents from you if the JDF don't have any? Why can't you bulldozer down somewhere, put up some makeshift road for the time being? Bulldozer down a land, move somewhere. Put up some tents, man, some makeshift tents for the people. Now they're out in the elements. In the element in St. Elizabeth tonight. The people are out in the element. Have nowhere to sleep, have nowhere to wash themselves, to take a shower. Why can't we do something like that? If the leader of the opposition requests a helicopter from Jamaica House and he got no reply from them, they denied him the right to use taxpayers' helicopter. And that is why the leader of the opposition went on a private helicopter. If he did not request a helicopter, which of that I don't think that is so, I think Mr. Golden no. Because Mr. Golden is opposition defense minister. In case you don't understand, you know. The minister of defense is Andrew Michael Holness. The opposition minister of defense is Mark Jefferson Golden. And the opposition minister of defense, and as leader of the opposition, has a right to use one of taxpayers' helicopters in the time of natural disaster and in the time at all. But one will think that this prime minister who called for unity in his inaugural speech would have come together and say, yes, Marky G, or whatever you want to call Mr. Golden. Let us go around in a helicopter together, sir. You make a speech, I make a speech of unity and rally around the people. But the divideness start because your party, Mr. Holness, your people create a committee this evening, and not one single member of the opposition is on that committee. Not one single member of the opposition is on that committee. Is that unity, Mr. Holness? Is that unity, Mr. Andrew Holness? Prime Minister Holness? Is that unity, sir? You flying around in a helicopter and you didn't see it fit to call on the leader of the opposition to come with you? Or assign him an helicopter? You didn't see it fit at all, sir? I have joined me now, Luke George Cook. Luke, good afternoon, good evening to you, sir.
Evening, Jeffrey. Evening.
I want to share one more video before I make Luke come on. I want you to listen to this video here, everyone.
And we found more people making their way back home. Day 2 of Jamaica's recovery from Hurricane Melissa. And we found more people making their way back home, uncertain of what they'll find. This is Holland Bamboo in St. Elizabeth, the main artery between Santa Cruz and the western end of the island. For many, this route is the best chance of reaching middle quarters and the capital, Black River. But most of those in line have no idea of the devastation ahead. Power lines are down, communication gone. Ambulances sent out to rescue patients trapped in the wreckage of the Black River Hospital were themselves stranded overnight, waiting for debris to clear. And it wasn't just medical teams who spent the night here.
Traveling from Mandeville since yesterday, left 9 a.m. We have been trying to come through this road. We went through the hills, through Santa Cruz, up the hills to come through. We have been in Holland Bamboo from yesterday evening. We came through the water and we're still in Holland Bamboo. It is crazy. Holland Bamboo is not Holland Bamboo again. But we're hoping that we can get through before the day ends.
I've been here about since, I'm going to say, 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And this is in Holland Bamboo. So I've been here since that time from yesterday. I slept right here. My fiancé has been working, cutting down power sign up there. And I've been the driver because we have stuff in the back that we're trying to use to assist to clear the road. So I've been here since then.
Then word came, an alternate route had opened.
So you can go on, we reach through way down and you know we are stick as this. So you can go through and still go through. Yeah man, I just see people them we are going to eat.
Offering a small glimmer of relief.
From yesterday morning about after 10, I've been here in Black River. And we don't hear from them the last time we heard from them was Tuesday about 9:30. And from that time we don't hear from my mother and my sister. I have 2 sisters at home and my niece. Don't hear from them all now.
But that road led straight into heartbreak. So much devastation, and the landscape of everywhere along here completely changed. This wasn't here before. This was a huge expanse of land. Right now it looks like a lake. Mid-quarters, usually buzzing with tourists and famous for its shrimp, is now unrecognizable.
Lord God, I want to reverse hurricane this year. I can't tell a man this year. Right now if you leave, you have to give God thanks. Trust me. I turn up upstairs up at my home and watch it on a turbulence thing. Zinc breeze, turbulence thing, man. As you can see, my shop, roof and everything gone, underwater crisis. Pure water everywhere. Kitchen gone, everything gone. Right now, I lose 100 chicken. 100 chicken I lose right now. My ram goat dead. Cows, I have cows in my house right now. I'm not even know if they live in. Everything, I lose big. I tell him, can't tell a man that a worst storm this may ever see. Worst.
people in the community here used to sell shrimp as well along the stretch.
Yeah, 'cause right now me have about 15 bags of shrimp right now where soft we are gonna go to waste right now. So you can't call it say me get a big load right there because there's no current to keep them frozen. And then now when we come down and shop yesterday, everything soft out. Everything soft. Literally soft and a shop full of water.
And as we moved closer to Black River, the picture grew even more grim. I'm not sure if we can put into words exactly what we've seen. Homes are shattered and people are broken by what has occurred here because of Hurricane Melissa. You see the destruction, you see the damage, and you really have to wonder how will they be able to pick up all the pieces that have been scattered all about them. How will they move on? That's the question. The images speak louder than words, scenes of desperation and despair. It's hard to call this looting or crime when survival is all people have left. Black River, once the beating heart of the parish, now reduced to rubble, echoing with cries for help.
A rough part, we don't have nothing, absolutely nothing we don't have. We don't have anything, we bed gone, I see, everything. The place crumble come in. We don't have nothing, we don't have no water. It's rough part. We're in a crisis now. We are in crisis. It's so hard on us. We are looking help.
We want zinc, we want water, we want food. We don't have no food, we don't have no water, everything washed away in our house. We don't have no bed, we have to sleep on floor. We don't have nothing at all, we mash up. We need some zinc, nothing, water, food. Every little thing we can get right now we need. Bed, we just have a base, we don't have no mattress.
What have you been doing since the hurricane?
I have to try to see if I can get water to survive. See my friend there, food chop out, I have to hustle for me and her. We don't have nothing at all. We need to come medicine and look at something because we are baby same way. We feel traumatized because first we are experiencing something. All the years we see storm or a hurricane or them something there is the first we see it. We damage. We don't have no money, we don't have nothing. Everything gone. We don't save nothing. Bird paper, passport, everything. Wash away.
Where we have, we don't know how long it will last, but where we have to go until food come back. So we say, our survival we are dealing with now, you know.
We are witnessing a humanitarian crisis unfold in real time. So real to see, in a place once called paradise.
In a place once called paradise, our nation is in crisis. St. Elizabeth is going to have, and if we don't act now, we have a humanitarian crisis in our hand. I have joining me Luke George Cook. Luke, welcome to the program.
Jeffrey Tavares, good evening to you and your listeners.
Luke, I want to ask your take on something before we get into the nitty-gritty of things. The leader of the opposition was seen flown around into a helicopter, not owned by the Jamaica Defence Force, but a private helicopter. As a matter of fact, I want you to listen to a video of Mr. Golden and what he said. And pick sense out of nonsense, Luke George. Listen to this.
So today we have got access to a helicopter from a private company, and that's enabled me to come down. We flew over St. Elizabeth, had a look at the terrible damage. We landed in White House, which is where we are now. We visited also Burn Savannah, and we flew over Sab and other communities. Darleston, the devastation is terrible in Westmoreland. The people are really desperate. They need water, they need food. There are many communities that are still cut off and where we need to open them up so that they can have some source of comfort and assistance. So this is the time now to really rev up the assistance, get it deployed into the communities. Work with the members of parliament because they know where the needs are. Work with the churches, work with the NGOs that want to help so we can put a full force national effort with international support behind saving our country and rebuilding our country. And I'm committed to working, if I'm allowed, with the government in a joint effort to make it happen. And the people are very happy to see us. And I think we should be facilitated so that we can give them a sense of hope as well, that we're not forsaking them, that they matter, and that they're going to get support.
The Prime Minister wants to use his devastation, as his fourth term. Luke Cook, go ahead. Luke George, go ahead.
Jeffrey, well, I'm that one of the few times I can tell you, say, speechless, because what this has opened our eyes to is that we don't have any lead, we don't have no leader in Jamaica, we have a dictator. And because if you will recall, prior to this, in the House of Parliament, that is supposed to be the People's House, that has become Andrew and Juliet House, the opposition sought clarification on the preparation that was carried out or was being carried out ahead of the hurricane. And Juliet treated those opposition members as if they were her yard boy. And we have become okay with this callous behavior of what leadership should look like. But more than that, Jeffrey, a hurricane, a period of every year in Jamaica, from you and I know it, has been identified as hurricane month or months, because it's a period. It starts in June and it usually ends around November. And I'm asking, why are we not better prepared to reach out and help with the aid that is needed in the immediate as a short-term relief to the people? Why are we talking about block roads and we're talking about not being able to get people to live under tents when we're having national events? We have tents that can house up to 200 people. Why we not seeing a call for every Jamaican to come together? But there's a call internationally to send your money. Come. Yesterday in our press release, the Prime Minister talked about needs. He took 1 hour to talk about needs and the importance of having needs. And the truth of the matter, while the Prime Minister dress up in pants and shirt and go out there in a helicopter, him could tell us what roads were going to be cleared and how he has organized a team for us as Jamaican at home and abroad to start bringing in relief and also assistance of nurses and doctors and health professionals, to include therapists, to talk to people who are going through a hard time. It just looked like a more money we want more than help, because there was a story of a young lady who put out on Instagram that her mother is diabetic and zinc must have cut off her finger and the hand is becoming black and she need help, and I'm sure she's in one of those areas. I see a lot of relief help going to St. Elizabeth, as to say Hanover, Montego Bay, part of Manchester, and Westmoreland is not desperately in need of the same sort of attention that I saw happening today. So right now, everybody is just operating like the chicken without a head, because there is no coordination effort. I hear somebody again on one of their social media platforms saying that we need to organize 50,000 men from Kingston to go down with machete and start helping to move trees. And I'm saying, these are good suggestions, Jeffrey, but who is coordinating the effort? Where is the coordination point? Each parish have a parish development committee. We're not going to be able to get through to people now. But if you're going to do a response, why is it that the Prime Minister don't give the JDF mandate to say, okay, we are going to organize Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4. And if it's 5 areas that we have, we are earmarked as totally devastation, And we're getting some feedback off the ground as to what is the need. You give the team assignment. So if in day one we just are going to remove debris, in day two we are going to be bringing in supply. We do it and we have a coordinated effort because everybody seems to have have sort of made a camp where they are fundraising, but there is not a call for national unity around one objective of helping our brothers and sisters in the devastated areas to get the assistance that they need and to get it urgent. A group of us went down to Falmouth and we got down there with several container water, and it broke my heart that when we gave out those water we just didn't have any more, and people, and we couldn't think, no matter where we were, we couldn't think where we were going to get more supply. So we need to have somebody coordinating the efforts in these parishes so that we make sensible decision as to how we're going to meet with it. But I agree with you. The first thing I think we need to do is to find places in the parishes that we have earmarked as disaster zones, that we are setting up tents, we're setting up showers and bathroom, and you can pick up your relief package if you have somewhere to go. But if you don't have anywhere to go, you have a tent. We can give you a tent and we can cover the tent and you can stay there.
But Lou, I don't think these people want that, or they're thinking logically, because look at this. The Jamaica Labour Party government, Andrew Holness administration, named 2 hurricane relief committee, and not one single member of the opposition on it.
Well, you know what I think.
The committees are chaired and deputy chaired by the JLP.
But Jeffrey, may I tell you, this is a labor right created hurricane, and they might do it. They are creating a humanitarian crisis in this country. This administration needs to go, and people need to wake up to that. They are not about team. Look here, people have started to come into the country. People are willing from every walks of life to help. But where do they go? Today, you hear people giving instruction where to go send the aid. This is not about a time of national unity. This brother in a leadership in a Jeffrey, the brother and him team look, them out at airport today, I received the US. And I just them no want nobody. Them no want nobody. This is why I say people must not send them money, because on these committee, they are not saying, all right, opposition, community, people, other interest group like international interest group like our diaspora, they are not making this thing look like it is going to be transparent. It's about me and the team. So I only pray to God that them don't rob the people them out of the donation, that hard-working people who don't even have money right now in the United States, because we know that there's a large government shutdown, are still finding it in their heart to send the little what they have, and they have to send it to this one government website, because in other words, the Prime Minister could have said, all right, here it is that I'm going to work with NGOs like the Red Cross and Food for the Poor. These are larger NGOs that have space, can take things off of the wharf and store them, and they will be expected to do dissemination. Everything I go up at Jamaica House, which don't make sense to me. But what I'm basically saying, you don't even see the man ask for things like anybody in the diaspora or in a Kingston or one of the areas that are not severely affected.
Hold on, Luke. Good night. Make we talk here live.
Yeah, good night, Jeffrey.
Yes, you're live on here. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I listen to the guy there, and he might give some good point there, man. Is that there is no coordination, you know? There is no coordination at all in the hurricane release. And the same thing happened in 1988, you know. You know that my house down at Jamaica get damaged, you know. The rooftop blow off off of my house, you know. Down there, you know. But there is no coordination. You hear me, Jeffrey?
Loud and clear from Negril Point to the rebels of St. Elizabeth.
Okay. Yeah. As what the guy has said, there is no coordination because you see, I told them, you know, that these relief funds should be run by the church in each parish. Because the Labour government just want to control everything like what them do. And the same thing happened at Gilbert, you know. I couldn't tell you only a thing in a common organized security force.
Yes,
so
but
we know
no,
that.
go back down memory lane. We don't need to go back down memory lane tonight.
Yeah, but Jeffrey, tell the caller.
Jimmy,
Caller, hold on, caller.
Hello, caller.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Tell the
Hold on
caller
to me.
that today I sent you a proposal that we need to identify a particular church through the Jamaica Church Council of Churches. I sent a letter to the General Secretary to ask him to tell us which churches we can work through, where we are going to literally go in there and set up a relief effort site. And that is how we have to operate. We have to operate with the people. We have to go in there and find out who are the people on the ground who have had a charitable organization or a charitable nature have been working in the parishes and start a fix and line ourselves with those people. Jamaicans have to become proactive, that they will not allow Andrew Holness and this administration to make it look like it's a political thing that they are responding to. This has affect every one of us. I don't know, from this hurricane hit till now, I have not had one good night's sleep. I've been up, I've been calling, I've been trying to organize. But as I said, the Jamaica Council of Church, and I've asked the General Secretary, will you take the lead on this? Can we say that we are going to be operating out of the parish? So if somebody comes tomorrow, Tavares, and say them want for help and them want to work, we can say, all right, we are earmarking you to work in Westmoreland or in Montego Bay, or you go to Manchester, you go to St. Elizabeth. So we are dispersing support based on what we are getting from the people on the ground. We are making sure that whatever happened, it is coordinated in such a way. And while we're doing that, we are asking people to volunteer to go in and do data collection. Because we need starting to tell us how many people live in these areas. So when we are go out there with the water, we not carry seven buckets, but we can carry 30 because if we can give everybody a bucket of water, we can give them.
Let me ask you a question, Luke. The devastation that is in St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Let's start with St. Elizabeth. You not go out there with water to give away. I have a pen and pencil at the same time writing down how much people give water to.
That's not what I said a while ago. But
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, so listen to what I said. You're going to break up your volunteers in team. There are people who are doing distribution and there are people who are out there doing data collection. Because you have to use the time that you have to use to say what it is that you're up against and what help is needed. So we're looking at the immediate, the middle passage, and the long-term aid that needs to be given. Suppose I'm out there and me here say 3 people are diabetic. If me can get some policy, some igloo, and me can get ice, and me can do this, me can supply that. At least me know that vulnerable group of people are being catered to. So there are hundreds of people who want to volunteer. People want to give clothes, you want to coordinate who is going to be out there, who want blanket. You need to know, because you need to collect data. If you're going to be effective, Jeffrey, you have to have people recording. So somebody is doing the distribution of water. You might have a team out there where go cook a pot of soup or go cook some food. You have that team, and you break us up into teams so that we are effective. We have to use our time effective to respond to the needs of the people. Remember, we hear some people are submerged under water. We are looking that the death toll is going to increase as the water go down, Jeffrey. So we have to go, if we can go out there with 2 divers. You go out there with two divers. So what you're doing, you're shortlisting your volunteers and they're speaking to their strength and you're utilizing it in a disaster. That's how you respond to a crisis. You use the resources of your people. But right now, everybody basically just them a buy little food and we don't know who get and who not get. So what you're going to have is a whole heap of overlapping, but it is not effective because the people down here, so in St. Elizabeth might be where we reach and we start to give out. And this is why you have to strategize your how you really give out aid. And this is why we need to have a team of people working out of churches as safe spaces in the parish that can go out in the day, but them have relief effort.
In
You
which
can
parish
come
now?
in all the parishes.
Jeffrey?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me have a I'm going to ask you a question.
Don't be long, you know.
Jeffrey, you have to learn to read me. Have you ever worked in any storm relief in Jamaica?
Who?
You.
If you come back here, you listen to me now.
Jeffrey,
Listen to me.
Ask a question.
No. I am running this program and you will listen to me. Every time you come here, you talk, say, me no live at Jamaica and whatever. Don't do
Hey,
it.
Jeffrey, I work in a storm. Hey, listen to me. You have to learn to respect.
And you have to learn to respect me.
Yeah, Jeffrey, you never work in a storm. You never work in a storm. What is the point, caller?
I work in a storm of Jamaica.
Yeah, so what we need now.
So what is your
Yeah,
point?
yeah, so what we need now is not for you to
Hold on, look. What is your point?
Each parish have so many churches because I wrote to the opposition leader, whatever you, and talk to him and to deal with the prime minister.
What is your point?
That the churches should running the relief program. It's supposed to organize, it don't organize at all.
Well, caller, you would be happy to know.
Where you come from? You will have the house them down the damage and all and something like that. Kind not only St. Elizabeth alone get damaged.
Well, caller, you will be happy to know that today, as part of the effort from the Jeffrey Tavares program, we wrote to the GenSec at the Jamaica Council of Churches, asking him to tell us which church in the parishes that we can set up a temporary office and go in and start to use that point as the distribution point, that we can leave from there and we can go out, go talk to the people and see the people in the affected areas. So we have started some of that. The thing is that this is what we want. We want a parish coordination to make sure that our efforts are reaching the people that are in need, because we recognize that all of us, home, abroad, everywhere, people when I come from here, everybody feel it. And we don't want it to become a humanitarian crisis on our hand where our people start to kill them one another over the little scarce benefits and spoil. We just need to find an effective way of managing how we deploy the resources, both human and other resources, to get to the people.
You know, let me say something too now. And before I say that, it takes a jackass to know that a jackass. So if you think you listen to a jackass, get off of the program. Not talking to you two gentlemen. If the person in the chat room believe you listen to a jackass, get off the program. Let me say something too now. When I see what is going on between Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, and the calls that I get sometime at night, I ask myself the question, as what Luke George is saying, that they need to have a coordinating effort to this. Thank God you hung up. They need to have a coordinating effort to this. Because if they don't, there's no tent pitch nowhere in St. Elizabeth to help the people. No JDF tent, no JDF post is set up down there. So don't tell me that they can't get a tractor or a bulldozer, whatever you want to call it, to bulldoze down a land or somewhere and make it that's the point where everybody come there. So 2, 3, 4 big tents and help the people. I don't want to go back all the way in the 1980s of the Hurricane Gilbert. It's not me talking about. No. Luke, you there?
Yeah, me there, man. The caller, let me tell you something. The caller basically expressed from 1988, we still not have no organization in place to deal with nothing. And the thing is that it is right in front of us, Jeffrey, in live and living color. So here again, me I tell you, I would
Hold
love to find out. I would
hold
have.
on. Good night, make we talk your live.
Yes, good night. Good night, Sir Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening, and of course, Luke has been making a lot of points, right? But what I want us to try and do, if you remember when Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana, and it was under George Bush government, George Bush was actually blamed for not responding immediately. But if we remember well, you had a man named General Henry. Henry?
Yes, General Henry.
Right. Now, what I am seeing is that in this situation here, what we are faced with, we need somebody like that individual. This prime minister, well, what I'm saying is this situation, is bigger than us. Jamaicans is bigger than us.
Why is it bigger than
I'm
us?
not saying that we don't have the ability,
Why is it bigger than us?
What I'm saying is, the situation is a serious disaster. And what we're seeing so far from leadership is poor. And just like what Luke is saying, we need to see some actions like what some of the examples Luke been given. And we are not seeing that because nobody shows that ability. We need somebody who can deal with logistics.
Hold on there for me. Before we go any further. Let me make something clear on this platform. I want to make it talk, Luke. There's a person in the chat room talking about Jamaica has insurance for natural disaster. I would like the nincompoop, because since you addressed me as a jackass, I would like that nincompoop to go and Google the IMF or the United Nations catastrophe bond, and how much money will be paid out to Jamaica for this hurricane. And if that money can assist this country in rebuilding this country, go and look about that before you come on this platform and talk nonsense about PNP and JLP. Go and read. And get off of this platform.
Look,
go ahead.
Tavares, tonight another night for we follow up anybody like that. We are a solution we are look. Right now, everybody on the ground, we are too much overlapping and we now meet the target. The target is to get in as soon as possible. I thought that if the Prime Minister can tell us that these roads will be cleared, I think that what he needs to do is to say that the military will lead the disaster relief effort, working with NGO, civil society, and our partners, and we can list our partners. That we get in and we start to see that at least people not sleeping out in the elements, as you said before. But we're putting up tents, we're putting up temporary shower, them can get water and them can get clean water, and we have food, and we organize that them can cook, people can get a meal, and we can give them a gift bag while we look at how we are going to deal with the long term, which is how we're going to help them to resettle in their homes. we need to have a voluntary we need a team of people now who are going to pull volunteers, and that is why I reach out to the Jamaica Council of Churches, because we need
What is the Jamaica Council of Churches saying?
I'm waiting on the GenSec, but if he doesn't respond, then I'm willing to reach a church in each of the parishes to get a response from them, because we need somewhere to operate out of. We can't just go up on a roadside go give people. And when me hear the Minister of Education today say, oh, they are going to be eardropping food. You eardrop food, you know the chaos you cause when you eardrop food. Didn't she learn anything from the Gaza crisis? When you eardrop food, one set of people go there and them take it up, and me, myself, and I. If she did tell me, say, when we eardrop the food.
Look, there is absolutely no way the Jamaica Defence Force is on the ground trying to clear roads into wherever. But there's absolutely no way can the JDF think about airlifting food into St. Elizabeth. There is no way they can do that, because you know why? If they drop the food in our rubble area, who is there? There's nobody there to clean the area for the people to go and get the food. So
But
what they're saying is nonsense.
This is what I'm saying, Jeffrey. There is no coordination that looks like it is going to reach the people that are adversely affected. What I'm not hearing from the Prime Minister, the leader of the opposition, is how we going to organize that it can reach Miss Mary up in a Mary Mount when it's just one dirt track. Who are going to climb the hill, go up, they go carry, go give her. So this is why I'm saying that we need to go in, and we need to have a list of volunteers who we can say, all right, them people never going to come in and them are going to help we distribute this. But we know the population size is what? 600 people, so we're going to carry 600 water, we're going to carry 600 food package. Do we need to carry some coal stove? Do we need to carry the coal, because them now going to probably have gas, them not have no stove? I'm trying to look at practical way to respond to a crisis.
You know, Luke, I sit here and I had a conversation with some people a couple of days ago. The Jamaican diaspora is run by the government of Jamaica. If the Jamaican diaspora could untie themselves from the present Jamaica Labour Party administration, all right, form a group, register this group in the United States as a 4-1 something like that. I remember the exact name of it. And they are the one who coordinate in times of disaster for Jamaica. They have a kitty where all year round they collect funds for disaster in Jamaica. And they go down there and distribute the funds. I have to distribute. More than what the Jamaican diaspora does is to allow the Jamaica Labour Party administration and the Junior Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Alonda Turlong, to dictate to them what to do. No, this is a disaster that we're facing in this country. And the diaspora is divided in a sense, wherein some say them not give no money to the government, some they help and some not help. If we could just disassociate ourselves from the diaspora, from the government, and organize ourselves to help Jamaicans both in Jamaica, because there's some Jamaicans right here in the United States who need help. There's some Jamaicans in the United States who don't live anywhere. There's some Jamaicans in the United States out of status. There's Jamaicans right here in the United States who are Jamaicans who can hardly pay the rent and pay the mortgage. If we had a vibrant diaspora that is not associated with the government of Jamaica, I believe that this diaspora could do things, we could do wonders. But all we do, we associate ourselves with the government because we want order of all this and order of all that. The country is in crisis now. And if we had a vibrant diaspora that's not associated with them, we all could come together, have a board of trustees, a board of directors, where the money is being spent. We can have an accountability. No money that go down at Jamaica and the government. How do we know how our money is spent? What accountability we have? Because right now, the government of the day is setting up committees and not one member of civil society, nor any member of the opposition is on it.
And this is why I'm saying that we, the people, have to act in the best interest of the people. We have to organize ourselves because we recognize that this is coming down to a political show and who can get a Grammy. We have to find ways, and we are capable of coming up with ways to help our brothers and sisters that are suffering in the affected areas. We have to get into the parishes and start working with the local organizers
And that
there.
is why I'm saying, Luke, if we had a vibrant diaspora, all of that could be coordinated with the Jamaica umbrella of churches, with civil groups, with people within the
It still
community.
can, but it still can be done if
It
the will
cannot
is
be done
there.
because the diaspora is divided.
Well, here we are. Jamaica is divided in PMP and JLP, and then the independent. The diaspora is divided in PMP, JLP, and the independent. We all have to just put this aside in the best interest of the people that are suffering. There are people going hungry tonight. There are people who are dying to see somebody come, Jeffrey, and offer a glimmer of hope. And we can't sit aside and watch our people suffer while government continue to make this about them. It has to be about us, the people. This is when we are going to talk about Jamaica, one people, out of many, we are one people. We have for sure, so we care, but and not we have for show up for the people in the affected area. This is a call to all of us. It's a clarion call to all of us to put our differences aside and make sure that our brothers and sisters get the relief that they get. If that don't happen, it's not an indictment on the government, it's an indictment on all of us, because we all have a part to play in the relief effort. And so I, as a single individual, have made my suggestion. I sent you a copy of the letter I wrote to the Jamaica Council of Church. I have given a clear direction of how I think relief must be handled. We need to pull the military, we need to pull the Red Cross in, and we go in and we set up and we start to go out and we start to make sure that people are getting some of the basic needs in the short term. In the long term, then we have to look at in the middle part of it, we have to look at tents or shed that we can put people under so that they are not out in the elements. They have some place that them can put them head to lie down at night, and we have food that is prepared so them can have a meal. And we have to respond. We have to respond. We can't sit and wait for people to decide whether or not they want to be a part. It's all of us. It's all of us. It's an all of us effort. Me, he, she, and the old lady have to play our part in making this happen. With all the relief effort, we have to coordinate that at a later time. We have to write to the PM and ask them that committees that are established must be consist of the civil society, the government, the opposition, NGOs, and persons of interest in the parish. And everything that is done must be recorded and can be accounted for. So our brothers and sisters in the affected areas can come out on the other side better
Then
off than they are now.
when
And
you
then we have
when you look at what is going on now, the government has set up committees. Committees have been set up, relief committees. And one will think that the government would have invited the opposition to the table and put a member of the opposition in one of the committees, or the committees that they set up.
no, man. Politics.
You have chairman and deputy chairman who is from the governing side. What happened to the opposition? What happened to civil society? What happened to other
we
people?
know what has happened. We have become the style. The people.
Hold on for me, Luke. It's same way. It is same way that when the money, whatever money is in this account that is sent to Jamaica for this relief program of Hurricane Melissa, Marissa, what do you want to call her? There's
Melissa.
no committee set up to see where this fund is being spent. No member of the Jamaican diaspora is sitting on any committee to say, okay, the money has been sent this way and this is accountability of nothing. But time and time again, the Jamaican diaspora is called upon to bail out Jamaica, to assist Jamaica. We have no standing, we can't vote. Whenever they come and disrespect us. So the question I'm asking tonight, when will the Jamaican people win? When will the Jamaican people win more than a political party? It is quite clear to us that we're in a disaster. But yet, the Prime Minister of the country who speak about unity do not want to unite the nation in this disaster. What he decided to do is to ununite the nation by denying the right of an opposition leader to a helicopter, by not even have the decency to call the opposition leader and said to him, let us travel around in a helicopter together to show a force of unity. Our people are out in the elements tonight. And all we can do is just chat. The time has come for action.
Yeah, the time has come for action, but we, the Jamaican people. So, Jeffrey, I don't know how we're gonna get to. I don't know how we're gonna get to the.
I can make something clear tonight. This Make We Talk program here will not collect 1 red cent and send to anybody in Jamaica. If I can't go down and do it myself, I will not be collecting any money to do anything. And if I can't collect it to send it to an organization to do it, I will not be doing it. Because there's a lot of people collecting poor people money from up here. Because some people in Jamaica believe that we in the diaspora have money. Nobody knows what we have to do for clean, to make a lot of money. And how many jobs we have.
Jeffrey, so the effort, Jeffrey, that's why the effort that I'm suggesting, it entails the diaspora. As you remember, the conversation this evening was with you and another person who is Jamaican, who is living in Florida, that we want to know that the coordinated effort comes from an independent body of persons who can account to the donors how their donations are given out and who is benefiting from it. So it does not become a cash pot for one individual or political party. What I know that we cannot do is to do nothing. We all have to do something, no matter how small it is, how insignificant it is. Everything counts. We need to coordinate.
You have some Jamaicans who are saying, send the money, me can't do this and me can't do that, and them they thief the money too.
No. You notice I moved from that structure. The structure that I outlined to you in that proposal was that sitting at that table is.
Hold on there for me. I have a next call coming in. Hold on there for me. Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. You're live.
Hold on, please. Let me turn this down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, ma'am.
No, I've been listening.
Uh-huh.
And I agree with Luke. Because what has happened to Jamaica and Jamaica people in the different parishes, they need help. And it should have been an organization or a group, a body that is monitoring these things. You can't just take things and give away and give like that. No, it must be a coordinated affair to ensure that the items that comes down, the goods, whatever, is being distributed, whether to P or to J. What is happening with the CCJ? What is happening? These people should be a body who stepped in. Jamaica Council of Churches.
No, that's not the CCJ.
Yeah, is the Jamaica Council of Churches or JCC.
What happened to the PSOJ?
Them sleeping.
These are the bodies that should be standing up. Because to be honest, we have to call a spade and no spill about it. We cannot trust the Prime Minister. And it is a shame that the Prime Minister, something like this has happened to the country. It's really pathetic for those people. When you hear and when you see how they're appealing for help, and you cannot trust the Prime Minister of the country. Money is just coming in. He's getting a lot of donations. Why can't the opposition be a part of this? They are part of government too. And this is the time Andrew Holness is going to be showed up. He better be careful and he should be ashamed of himself. This is the time to come together. I mean, he has not learned from this situation. He will never learn again. He better come off his hanky-panky and be humble. Work with the opposition. They're a part, they're an arm of the government. And Andrew Holness, this money you are collecting, if you want to go jail quicker, take none out of it. You and your ministers. Take any out of this. Because up to today, I've been seeing and watching money coming into you. And I am writing them down too. I'm watching. And I know I'm not the only one. The people need help. What are you waiting on? Get to work, sir. Get to work. You walk in here, you walk in there, and where you are to go, what you're supposed to do. Somebody thinks you're going to have all the bodies of the JLP handling this situation. It's not going to work. People, we must talk up. Talk truth. Stand up for what is right. We are a part of Jamaica, whether we're there foreign, yes or no. And then, as Jeffrey, you says, it is correct. They think you just pick up money and just go and send it down like that. Everything in life for the diaspora has been helping when the party in power doing nothing. And holding on to money and do what they want to do. We will not forget what you have done.
But caller,
we will not forget the fertilizer and other things you have done. These are the things that we cannot trust you for.
Caller, not only that, you know, one of the reasons why I said I will not collect 1 red cent is because I know for a fact people have been collecting money right now and half of it not going towards what it's supposed to go towards. And no one will ever come on this program and call me a thief. So you see, before I do anything, I have to look into things first and figure out how am I going to get to Jamaica to assist the people? Because I will not collect not 1 red cent of anybody money up here. Because I know what it's like to work hard. 3, 4 jobs, clean you know what, to make ends meet.
You better know that.
So I will not collect anybody money. Not one single soul money would I collect. And believe I'm going to put it in my pocket. Because it is going on right now. You send money, go down, if you go buy it, then buy it, and say they want more. I'm not doing it.
The fact of the matter, though, Jeffrey, is that
this is the time that they are going to be out, all the pranks. This is the time for it. I heard the Prime Minister talking about fake websites, but he's fake too, and he count about 28. Well, I would say 1 for every account that he holds. So it's truth. I'm talking 1 for every account he holds. So I mean, he has not regressed from that. All those money stolen and we toughed and wasting money and all of that, and all those drill money and all the other monies that are gone. None of them have come forward to repay any of it. So we can't allow this to happen again. And I hope those entities that are and agencies that are sending money to Jamaica, to the Prime Minister, to the government website, I hope they know what has happened in Jamaica with the JP government and money laundering and the things that he has been doing.
Yes,
I hope they know it and let him be accounted for the monies that are sending down there.
Okay, then my next call coming. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Good night. Make we talk here live.
Hi, Jeffrey. I want to ask a question. Why the leader of the opposition was denied the use of the JDF helicopter?
Well, I don't know because somebody within the PNP sent me a message a while ago and said to me, why do I have up that topic? He was not denied. So I said to him, I said on the I answered the person, what I was told that they did not answer the leader of the opposition. He requested a helicopter, I was told, and he did not, he was not respond to.
Mr. Tavares.
That really bothered me, you know. It bothered me because the bottom line is that Mark Golin should not be denied of nothing in Jamaica. He is a part of the government of Jamaica. And the helicopters belong to the people of Jamaica, not Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party or anybody else beside the people of Jamaica.
So, Mr. Tavares, what we need to say to the caller is that the way how this Westminster system of governance, where the party in power dictates everything that happens in the country, and they don't feel as if they need to include the opposition. It is unfortunate that they are operating in this.
No, caller. This is not unfortunate. This is not unfortunate.
Caller, let me just finish. The opposition don't. The opposition in this case, because of the system of parliament, they were negotiating that the other day in parliament when the opposition says we see under the Bruce Golding administration where committees were chaired by the opposition, and that is because you want to make sure that it's inclusive. In this case, it is not inclusive. It is the winner takes it all and retreat the opposition. If they are the yeah, you can say, oh no, but that is the system of governance that we have. It needs to change. It needs to call it, it needs to change.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
I have lived under this system from 1962 when Jamaica became independent and has passed through all the prime ministers and the opposition of Jamaica. And I have never heard all of this. They used to work together. Especially
but that was a time when leaders were leaders. This is child's play.
Right.
Is a one dance system that we're governed by because the caller we can spend a lot of time debating this. It's a one dance system. You never hear the prime minister come out. You never heard the prime minister came out and spoke to civil society. He wants to meet with civil society. All the NGOs that are able to be a part of the relief effort. You never hear him come out and ask for a list of volunteers.
The bottom line is, when Mr. Seaga was prime minister, he would not allow things like this to happen. When Michael Manley was prime minister, he would not. And from Bustamante down, they would not.
Well,
Andrew Holness thinks that he can manipulate the people and the people allow him to do it. And he's damn rude, he and his wife. He want to talk to and treat the Jamaican people like they are nothing.
You know something, Miss Williams? Lady Williams, you know something? I remember when Hurricane Gilbert came. The prime minister at the time was Edward George Philip Seaga. The opposition leader at the time was Michael Joshua Manley. And I remember seeing Mr. Manley coming to Negril in a JDF helicopter. They land in the heart of downtown Negril, and they call it the breakwater, where the river is. There's a part that the helicopter land there. All right? And Mr. Manley came out And the member of parliament at the time was Wickham Kenneth McNeil, Wickham McNeil's father.
Yes.
And he came out of the helicopter and he walked. He did not go into the vehicle. He walked from Negril, downtown Negril to West End, from West End to the beach, from the beach to Red Ground. All he did was he drove up to Orange Hill, he drove to Little London, he drove to wherever. And I think the helicopter went back to Manning's High School and picked him up there. So when people are talking that the leader of the opposition, I'm not saying anybody, I'm not saying Luke or you, but when people are talking, the leader of the opposition should never have access to a JDF helicopter, you're chatting nonsense. The leader of the opposition have a right.
The leader of the opposition was all, it's recently, all this disrespect started to happen in Jamaica under Andrew Holness because he is rude, his damn wife is rude, and all of them in the party is damn rude. You understand? If Bustamante was alive today, would have kicked the damn ass out because this was not a party that Bustamante built. This was not it. And nobody can tell me because I have lived under all of them. When 1962, I was in high school and I went to that stadium when Jamaica got independence. And I know all these leaders and they were not like how Andrew Holness is. He's a damn disgrace to Jamaica. And you know what? The world should know. Don't give him any money because he cannot declare statutory declaration. And we do not trust him. Don't give him or his party no money. Take the money and give it to the organization that they can take care of the people. Not the government. No,
But
gov.
but
Give it to the
but
people.
Jeffrey,
One thing
Jeffrey,
I
and
do.
the bigger picture though, Jeffrey.
I can tell you and tell Jamaica is that our people all loving and live together. If they give a community food, they will cook and run the boat and feed the community.
Yes.
Jeffrey, look, you see, this is what.
Jamaicans are. If it's just dumpling and whatever around Callaloo or whatever them can get or anything around, they are going to run a boat and feed the community. That is how we know our community.
And that is why, Jeffrey, I'm saying that I don't want it to become the leader and the prime minister. I want it to be a Jamaican relief effort where we're all playing our part, because the truth of the matter is that we are not going to stop the politics. We just heard a long discussion with them in Parliament where Mr. Warmington was totally against opposition chairing committee. Opposition in their mind is that they must beg the ruling party for everything because the winner takes it all. This is not about JLP and PMP. This is about the Jamaican people, and we all have a part. Buster, with all due respect, Carla, Buster dead.
Hold on, Miss Williams. Hold on, Miss Williams. Give me a chance.
Miss Williams, with all due respect, Buster dead, Manley dead. We have seen PJ come after that. We have seen Bruce. We saw Donald Sangster. We saw Shearer. The attitude of government have changed. Not even civil society. This prime minister is calling and pulling everybody together. Everybody who wants to play a part in helping with the relief effort so that the Jamaicans who are affected will get the help that they need. I don't have the time for the politics. As far as I'm concerned, the prime minister should not be named. I think a committee should have been pulled together of civil society, the diaspora group, in all the international community, the Jamaican people, and we should be mandated to lead a charge to assist with the relief effort, to go in and organize and ensure that our people are getting what they need. I hear people saying money. We need medical personnel because there are people who are injured in the hurricane that needs medical assistance. And if they don't get it, they're likely to die. We know that 4 hospitals or 3 hospitals, including Cornwall and Salvamar, was
But we are
destroyed.
getting
And
a lot of help. We
yeah,
are getting a
we get it,
lot of help. We are getting
caller. We are
more,
getting a
and
lot of help, but we have not worked out the logistics. Why is it that? And again, this is why I'm agreeing with Jeffrey. We need to clear the roads. We need to put in some container to be set up as immediate hospital containers to move the patients that are in hospital and have people to know that these containers are there if you need medical assistance. We need to know where people can go and we can direct them to where the foods are going to be distributed. This is why you need to make sure that every church that is able to facilitate, have bags of food, have blankets, have medical supply, have water so that they can give to people, because you need a body of people. We have not looked at the population size in these parishes to say adequately we need 10 persons to be dealing with this community. This district needs 20 people to deal with them because the numbers are going to be large. Some of those numbers are going to be smaller than some, but we need adequate.
We had communities. We have different places that used to handle. We have different fences that used to handle
But Miss
everything.
Miss Williams, it used to be that way. It's not that way anymore. It's not.
It should be that way.
All right. So Jeffrey, Miss Williams, to your point, hold on, Jeffrey. Hold on 1 second, Jeffrey. Miss Williams.
Hold on,
It
please.
should be that
Hold
way.
on.
And what has happened is that this man, the Prime
Miss
Minister,
Williams.
wants to control everything.
Miss
He
Williams.
has how much offices in his office, within his office. He
Miss
wants
Williams.
to control everything.
Miss
He
Williams.
running up and down like a PR,
Miss
like
Williams.
he's a journalist
Miss
and a
Williams.
newscaster, when he should be there supervising and telling the ministries what to do, because
Miss
he knows
Williams.
how much money they have.
Miss Williams, hold on a minute, please, ma'am. And we gotta run now. What I am saying is this. It used to be that way. It is not that way anymore.
Why?
It's not that way, and it will never be that way anymore. It's a
Because
new leadership.
it's not that way, because a man wants a 4th term. This is about securing my 4th term. It's not about the people.
No, please, don't allow me to speak now. Let me finish. It is not that way because this leadership of this government is a dictatorial government. And until we recognize that and understand that, Andrew Holness will never, Miss Williams, Andrew Holness.
He wants to control. And the people has allowed him to do it. That is why all of this is coming about now.
It's not the people that has allowed him, Miss Williams. The unfortunate thing, the state, he has used the state, the police, to beat up anybody who say anything about him. You can't find the body of the blind US student, but a man go out there and said something about Mr. Holness in COVID, and police got there till them all take the chimney of the man under in bed. Miss Williams, we have to move from the politics and start to give the people of Jamaica, including yourself, Miss Williams. We have to assert ourselves. Our brothers and sisters are dying, and we cannot ask the Prime Minister, the peer. Jeffrey, why you call my name, man? When Miss
Hold
Williams
on, no, I didn't call a name. Hold on a minute. You two cannot be speaking over each other. It doesn't sound good.
We just had an election.
Miss
and
Williams.
The people put him there.
Miss
The people
Williams.
put him back there. You understand what I mean?
Okay, I'm going to
So
put the
it's the
program.
people to be blamed.
Miss Williams, you all cannot be talking to each other. One person
why people must come and talk about the Jamaican people? We elect a leader, and we have a national disaster. In every parish, Jeffrey, under the government, you have what is called the Parish Development Committee. we have not heard the Prime Minister says we want the Parish Development Committee to be out there leading the charge, ensuring that we can better serve the people. The Parish Development Committee falls under the Social Development Commission. Under the Social Development Commission, under the Parish Development Committee, you have what is called the Aerial Development Committee. So every area within a parish falls under that committee. Then you have the Community Development Committee. Be it as it may, these people are affected, the ones that are living out there. Then you have civil society. Then you have the diaspora. Then you have the rest of the world. Why a committee is not formed and the Prime Minister have people writing to say,
Tell him what you want. Tell him what you want.
look here, I don't talk to dictators. I don't talk to dictators. This is a PR stunt. The Prime Minister just came on national TV and is talking about needs in the middle of a hurricane where people's lives are lost, people are dying for hunger, people are out in the element. Miss Williams, this Prime Minister don't listen. He has an hearing problem. It is the Jamaican people must override its government and ensure that the people in the affected areas are going to get the supply, and we need to monitor all of the monies that are coming in. So once we establish that we need to build up, we have to clear one part of the land where we declare that is a disaster-prone relief effort land. We pitch some tent and we start to get the data. We need the data. We need starting to tell us in these affected areas what is the population size so that we can start to do the packaging according to what we know to be the size. So we are effective in what we are doing. Other than that, we're going to be waiting for the PM to shut out everybody. He and his team, the brightest set of people in Jamaica are in the Jamaica Labour Party. Them don't listen to nobody because them is authority unto themselves. They don't care about anybody else. Did you hear the Prime Minister come out following the disaster, Miss Williams, and said, I am asking every able-bodied person in the parishes that were not affected who wants to serve can volunteer. Come and tell us how you can volunteer. If you can text it into JDF the first thing that was established was a relief fund, but not the volunteer corps. You never asked the medical corps. You never asked the therapists to go help some of the people them who have got through depression. What the people are left with is a government that is acting dictatorial and don't care about opposition or civil society in this regard. And that is why you find that individuals are going into the parish and they are doing what they can. But we need to do this better. We need to organize and have a structure where we know, say, Team A, Team B, 5 teams are going to be set out every day. If boss have to pick them up at half a tree, drop them in at the parish, them are going to camp out in a one church hall, and then the next day them are going to go out there. The people them can get some water. We have prepared meals. We have this to give, and we're working with the local churches and the local people on the ground so that distribution is equitable among the Jamaican people. I am not waiting on a Prime Minister to tell me as a Jamaican that I have a responsibility to my fellow citizens to help. It is up to all of us. But what we cannot do, we cannot allow these people to think that them have free run of what is being donated, because it is being given by people who themselves are in need. The people who are giving are in grave need. So what we need to do is just to organize.
We have to make a big sacrifice to give down there. We have to deprive ourselves up here and say, but you know, it's our people, because now everybody is so worried about the people in Jamaica that we can't sleep, we can't eat, because every time you think about the people. You understand what I mean?
Yes. All right. We got to run now, Miss Williams. Thanks so much for calling in.
Look,
thank you very much. It is now
Jeffrey.
Hold on for me, look. It is now 7 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's 7 minutes after 9 o'clock in Jamaica. We got to wrap the program up. Yes, Luke, your final say before we go.
Me tell us I went my final say I went my dead brother. But Jeffrey, I will come back to you with what if the churches are willing to facilitate, how we going to organize people, how we're going to go out and help people. We have to have a structure. We can't do this willy-nilly and we just do things and we not see no objective. The objective is to get the people back, to be able to go back to some sense of normality. But we have to realize that the Jamaican people are traumatized. They are traumatized by the government that has been put in place from 1962 till now. We are hurricane disaster prepared.
Sorry, look, hold on for me. The person who wrote in the chat, bless up, everyone. We're suffering no house, no water, no light. If you have a phone that you can call, can you call the program, please? It's a WhatsApp number 954-529-8030. I'd love to hear from you. I put the number in the chat room.
Jeffrey, just put up the number so the person can have it.
So
because
you can call into this. Hold on for a minute, Luke. You can call into this number, please. This is the number here. Hold on a minute for me. Let's put up the number here. The number for the show is this number here. You can call into this number, please, because we would love to hear from you. We would love to hear from you. There you go. That's the number. Call into the program. We'd love to hear from you. It's also a WhatsApp number if you can. Call into the program, please. Yes, so go ahead.
Yeah.
We love everything. Oh my God.
What happened?
No, the person that lost everything.
Oh, the person I said them lost everything?
Yes, they said they lost everything. Go ahead, Luke.
Boy, Jeffrey, what we need is we need to have a real strategy, and the strategy is to get into the parish. We hope that we can hear which roads are clear, so that we can go in. And once we go in, we can set up somewhere. And once we set up, we can really start to have an idea. We can go out there, go talk to people. We can do the supplies. We know that the supplies are getting out to people. We need to find people in the parishes that we can work with that are credible, that will make sure that the people out there gets, the people in the distance gets the help, because sometimes we focus on the main town, but we're not getting into the nooks and cranny of the parishes. So we have to do that. Outside of that, we're not waiting on government. The response has to come from the people of Jamaica, and all of us are affected. Whether we have lost house or anything, we are all affected, because when you look at the pictures, when you hear the stories, it breaks your heart. But we have to move from broken heart. No, we can't focus our efforts around any one individual. It's all of us. It's all of us, because this could have been my story tonight. This could have been any other person's story who was not affected by it. But we know that Jamaicans are suffering and people are hungry. They have been hungry for a couple of days now. We need to see some relief effort to reach the people. We need to know that we're coming out on the other side of this, and the people are getting the assistance that they need.
Indeed, my friend. Luke George Cook, humanitarian in his own rights, community leader. We need to do something for beloved island. And we must let those in authority know that we can do it on our own, in a sense. If we all could just come together. If we all could just come together and stop being so divided and just come together, we're much better off. Luke, thanks for coming onto the program.
Yeah, man, my day, Jeffrey. My day, and as me tell you, say every day we're out the road, we are trying to do what we can do, but what we're not going to do, we're not going to do the one-off situation, because this requires a long term, and we have to be committed to the redevelopment of Jamaica. We are going to bounce back. But my thing said the bigger picture, Jeffrey, we need to have a major discussion about climate change and hurricane like this. This is not the first one we are going to have, certainly not going to be the last, and I hope that out of this public outcry that we will try to prepare people better to deal with hurricanes as natural disasters there are an earthquake, that we start to make sure that we plan Jamaica to be a better place to deal with hurricanes and earthquakes. So these devastation, we might not be able to ever stop them, but we can be prepared to how we're gonna handle it when we're coming out of a situation like this.
As what one person in the chat room just said, the help is needed. St. Elizabeth, the people is suffering. They are suffering down there. And I know it. I can see it. And I am worried tonight of people lying in the element of the moon or the sky, looking down in the darkness. But when they're having big official function at Jamaica House or King's House lawn, they rent all of these big highfalutin generators and the pitch tent with taxpayers' money to have these big meetings and these big balls and everything like that. But yet, they can't clear the road and bring down these generators and pour up the place. Have some big tents given to them by either the JDF or the American Army. Bulldozer down an area. Clear up an area to put the tents and where people can go there with their cots and lie down or something. All that they're doing is just photo ops and giving speeches that don't make any sense while our people suffer. The time has come. The time has come for all of us in Jamaica and beyond to rally around a single cause and a single purpose. And the time is now.
And Jeffrey, I would like you to use your telephone number as a WhatsApp group so we can feed information to your listeners as to what they can do to help, if they choose to want to be a volunteer, because your listeners are all over the place. Use your WhatsApp, start a WhatsApp group so we can feed information like the person who is sending that message to you. How do we respond to that person? We can make responses based on what we know. You can let me know the number. We can talk to the person, work with the person, and see how best we can assist based on what available resources is there. But make sure that people have a way that we can keep them connected so we can feed them information. So whether it's going to, I know you say you're not collecting anything and we're not into collection, but we need to feed information into the group so people know exactly what we're doing, where we are located, which parishes we're working out of, what is the location. I need you to basically start a WhatsApp group because that has to be a part of the proactiveness. People, we must stay connected. There are people who want information and we have to give them the information. There are people who are asking for information and people are directing them all over the globe because there's not a center. There's not a one place that you can call in your concern, you can ask questions, you can get the idea of what is needed, what we're short on. As I said in my list that I put together, we need power saw because I'm not going out there to chop down no tree with a machete and spend 3-4 hours chopping up. We need people to volunteer to help to remove debris, to clean up place. If them have a tent, them can come out with a tent, pitch a tent that we know that is a relief tent. People can have that so that them can be not outside in the element, be it as it may, rain or fall in some of the parishes still. The weather is horrible and we need people to say that we do care because we're doing what we need to do and we not wait for government. We don't need to wait for government to help our brothers and sisters. That's not the nature of Jamaica and that's not Jamaicans. We help when we can, and even the poorest of persons I've heard say that they will give whatever them have, but they're just not giving it to government. It's so sad that at a time of a nation crisis, the Jamaican people have no confidence in its government. That is sad. That is so very sad. And they have not taken a leadership role that reflects that they understand the fierce sense of urgency of the people suffering on the ground. I don't care if they're PMP or JLP. I'm a Jamaican first and foremost. That's all I care about. And if it did happen anywhere else, I would care about those people too, because we are one family, we are one human race, and we are part of that larger family. So we need to respond as if this is our auntie, or uncle, cousin, niece, nephew. Everybody is a member of the Jamaican family.
Thank you very much, Luke George Cook. Good night, make we talk, you're live.
Hello.
Hello, good night, you're live.
Good night, Mr. Jeffrey. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
And I'm from Brompton here, about 4 minutes away from Black River. We lost everything. It's just pure woodland, no help, no water, no food. Our animals are dying. I lost everything. We don't have it, not even a little tarpaulin, nothing we have. We are suffering.
Let me ask a question, ma'am. So where are you now? You're just out in the element?
Yeah, I just come beg a little call to reach out. And we don't see anyone like come in the district to offer assistance. Nobody.
So the roads leading to Brompton, are they blocked, or are they, you have an idea?
Yeah, most of them block, but most people cut through some of the rubbles. They just bare empty land, empty forest, pure tick, everything destroyed. We lost everything. I do livestock farming, I lost everything. My house is gone. Few pigs leave, no water to give them, so everything die. We have to burn them. We don't have anything leave. It's like just the end of the road for us. So we can't survive this.
How many people we're talking about?
Right now, ma'am, okay. How much people are there with you?
A lot of people here in the community. A lot of people. The whole entire Brompton wreck.
Jeffrey, she can give you her telephone number.
If I can do it?
You can take her telephone number.
Yeah.
I say, all right.
Wow. So tell me something, ma'am. Is there any young baby and elderly there with you?
No, I just come out on the road. I come out on the road to get a call to get some Starlink, and I have to pay to get to talk. You understand? So I just come to try to reach out, so we need help. So when we leave here and we have any more service anymore.
So you have to pay to call me a while ago?
Yeah.
Lord of mercy. Dear God. Okay, my dear, I'm gonna take your number, because I have your number here, and I'll figure out a way.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how we're gonna get in contact with you, because you don't have any service. There's no service down there.
Oh, only like no, if I come out to pay to get a call, I'll get the call.
Which district she in, Jeffrey?
Brompton.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we just need some help, even water, tarpaulin to go back on the roof.
Can she receive
anything, mostly water.
Jeffrey, can she receive a regular call?
She can't receive nothing.
That's not what.
There's no
That's
internet.
No. So hold on there. If she come out on the main road, can she receive a regular call?
No, she has to use the people their Wi-Fi.
Starlink. We have to pay for it because they are using Delco.
They don't know how many. They have no. There's
So
no service.
is it possible that we can contact the people with?
I have lost all communication. Can't communicate again until if I come back out in the night here to pay to get a call to reach out.
So can the people who are selling her the service find where she is?
Everything back up. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Let me ask a question before you go, because I know you have to go. If, for instance, I want to help you, the people who you get the Starlink service from, they know where you are?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So let's take their number.
Can I get a number for them?
Yeah. I'm gonna check. Actually, I'm gonna ask them for the number, or you could leave a message on this phone when I come back out, and
yes,
like tomorrow night, the same time,
I will
for you to get a next call.
right. I will send you a message on this number, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you say you need water and tarpaulin.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And the rest of animals they are dying because we don't have any pig feed or chicken feed. Might we just have me have about 100 leave because everything destroyed. Me have to burn them. So we just have to show where the other rest them because you can't feed them anything.
She don't have no. Hold on for me, darling. Nobody in Jamaica have no cash up, darling. If we don't want to help her, we don't have to go through me or somebody to help her. She don't have no cash up. She don't have no name cash up, nor Zella or something there. She don't have no internet service. So what we're gonna do, sweetheart, is we're gonna leave you a message, and then tomorrow night, you try to get the message and call me or something. Lord,
okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, darling.
It's desperate down here. It's from like a desert in St. Elizabeth. I've never seen anything like this, and I'm 60-year-old. God.
Dear God in heaven. What is your name, ma'am?
Paulette.
Paulette. All right, Miss Paulette.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, my darling.
Just pray for us. Pray for us.
I will.
Just pray.
I will. Lord have his mercy, dear God.
Everybody.
No,
Charlie. Jeffrey just send the number.
The JDF is in St. Elizabeth, of course, you know. Because they're there trying to clear roads and everything. But there's no food going on to the people. And they're talking about airlift. Airlift to where?
God.
Okay. So they clean up Holland Bamboo now. Okay. Oh, that is mercy. Luke.
Wow. Yeah.
Gotta run.
All right, cool. But forward the number, Jeffrey.
I will. All right, my friend. Thanks much.
All right.
We gotta run. Yes. Before we go off air, I just want to say thanks to everyone who came and take part in this. And I just want to say to people who are listening to us from around the globe and the other parts of the Caribbean and the other parts of the Caribbean is helping. Our people need help. And I'm appealing to those who are collecting money to say they're going to buy stuff for people in St. Elizabeth. Make sure you are spending every dime you get. I am not saying you can't take some for gas and whatever. But do not take half of the money and put it in your pocket. Do not take half of the goods and put it in your house and give your friends and company. You beg the money from Jamaicans overseas to assist you, to assist the people of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland and wherever. Make sure you're doing what you said you're going to do. Make sure you do that. Brampton mash up, eh? Lord have his mercy, dear God. That's a good question. They have 16 helicopters that can take food to the people. They have 16 helicopters that can take food to the people. And there's an idiot on Mr. Newman, my good friend Edgerton Newman, transport group. All he sees politics. His name is George. And all he can see is politics. He doesn't see anything else but politics. And he's so deaf and dumb that the prime minister is not the one who authorized any helicopter. He's the Minister of Defense. In case you don't know, you idiot. Anyway, we're going to try and see what we can do to assist this lady. We're going to see. The U.S. military helicopters are there too. But we don't know what is going on. We're trying to figure out ourselves what is really going on. I don't know if well, they must know if they can literally drop anything to help the people. They must know they can do that. But based on the aerial view that I see, I don't think they should do it. Truly don't think they should do it. But they should know. Anyway, my fellow Jamaicans, thank you all for coming on. We will see what we can do from the Make We Talk program. Good night, Make We Talk, you're live.
Hi, good night. How are you doing, Joffrey?
I am here, my dear.
How's your family doing I know, in the West? How's your family?
I don't know. I haven't heard from them either, you know.
Oh, wow. Anyway, listen, I'm just calling okay, I hear the lady, but listen, I want to learn, So, no offense, lady, anyway, anybody calling, listen, okay. The key to learning is to shut your mouth sometimes and listen, okay? Luke, thank you very much. I just want to hear what he has to say. That's all why I'm calling. I'm listening. I'm like, my gosh. Anyway, bless up to you all. And Luke, thank you. Sensible ideas, Luke, okay?
All right, ma'am.
All right. Blessings.
Blessing. Thanks much. I want to say something here in this program here. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And what we need to do right now, as one of my good students said, the time for politics is over. The people are suffering. You heard the call a while ago from the lady from Brampton in St. Elizabeth. What can we do to assist these people? How can we get water and supplies to them? How can we do this? But we have to find a way to do it. Because the people need our help. The people are suffering. The people need our help. I'm going to reach out to some other people that I know to see in what way can we truly help, because as I said before, I will not collect anyone's money because people work hard for the money up here. And I will not collect anyone's money. And when the push comes to shove, I can't do anything to assist anybody in Jamaica. I will not do so. And what I will not do, I will not collect anybody's money, send half and take half. And I will not send any money to Jamaica and them down there take half and give what they want to give. I will not do that. Before so I don't do anything. Because you have some people down there collecting people money. And they take half of it, put it in their pocket. And half of the goods gone somewhere else. Thank you all for coming on. Let's see if the U.S. military going to assist. Let's see if they're going to assist. The United Nations can't go into a man's country and take over, you know. The United Nations have to be called in, invited in. And that's what we need to understand. Between Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, people are in dire need of help. If they can get a tarpaulin over their roof, they can service anything they have in the house and go in there. Good night, Make We Talk, you're live.
I'll go on, Jeffrey. I'll go on.
Well, I'm there. Everything all right with you down there?
They flip back up, I'm saying about the wife and kids here, Belmont there, Westmoreland there, boy.
Belmont mash up, you know?
Mash up, man, mash up. You get some picture of Jeffrey. My house and they can give you.
Jesus Christ.
90% of the house around the Jeffrey, mash up. All the board house them blow away. One body up on the ground from this hurricane start. I hope they move it today. I'm not sure they get to move it today. So I'm not hear nothing. One call come in earlier from one of my friends, but they cut off. So me there, me not even know. Me say my kids them alright and my wife them alright still, but the windows them shattered. Everything shattered. So I just can't imagine the trauma where they go through.
And you know something to call as I gotta go. You know something though? Are we providing psychiatrist help for these people? the trauma that they're going through? Are we providing things like that? I must get my good friend Dr. Steve Dunkley to come on the program, a clinical psychiatrist to come on the program here to speak to us about these
That's
things.
so that's true. Nobody but that's so true. These kids gonna need that, Jeffrey. Even Jeffrey, even church at Belmont, the 7-day church, busting at the rooftop, whole roof gone.
Jesus Christ. Mm.
The whole roof, I train our church big. The whole roof of it, Jeffrey, gone a gully. When I'm a bridging parking bus, and yeah, I want him come out in piece of thief in bus. And I want next year I didn't go find the bus.
Mm-mm.
I remember say we get it right after the right after I see coming up. You know, would have been mash up.
And
But
you know, you know what hurtful to my friend? Many of us go overseas, farm workers, and many of us go overseas to make ends meet. We do all kind of jobs just to get a little money to help ourselves to build a little house.
Me just come back from Jamaica, Jeffrey, as I didn't know for a long time. And me just start work about 3 weeks now. But God is so good that me have some guests who me take care in the hotel industry. And me put up on me page like 4 hours ago. And me almost $4,000 already, Jeffrey.
Give God thanks.
So me have to try to go there. When I'm bridging shop in Top Gun, in Shop Gun, in whole Stop Gun.
Jesus have mercy, God.
So I try to go down the next 3 weeks until me can help everybody how me can. And me have to do some video and the money when me get, so me can show where the
Yes,
money.
make sure, my friend, that any money you get from anybody who help you, be transparent with them.
Yeah,
because
have to know where
people work hard for their money up here.
Me have one of my guests send me $1,000. One send me 500. So I said the money come give me. Cause I know, you know how white people go. They like them something. They are here, you know, and everybody they all them know me from years and years working with them. Cause me say me a butler for almost a couple of years now. So let us get me and all that, you know. So them and get start share for them page as well. So me never even want to do it, Jeffrey, cause but me used to do a foundation before when me give a book and stuff and me used to give a book and then something me come book and all these things and video it and send it on Facebook and stuff. That's something I do want to do for my heart, cause I not grow up with them something there. Me try give back all the time.
You know, Carl, I'm gonna talk to you off here. But there's something that I'm gonna talk to you about and see what you can do to assist. Because honestly, it need to be done. And if I had the money, I would have done it. What in my heart, what I really want to do is to load a 40-foot container with some supplies and also building supplies. Have a 40-foot container with some food supply, another container with building supply, 2x4, plyboard, all those things. That's what I want to do.
Me have a guy from Canada. We are trying to get some food stuff, barrel up and stuff, and we ship go ahead. And me have a friend in Miami as well. We are trying to line up that as well, and we try to send go ahead too. So all of we are trying together.
Yes.
So best we can do it. You understand? Because Jeffrey, not all about we, brother. And no at times there's no politics. No. We can't politics thing right now. It just no call for right now, Jeffrey. And now we want the community. Even the other day, Jeffrey, Mr. Darrell Vaz, the wife, post and say, boy, I'm gonna give it back in pay. The people them who affected. Me have to repost it on my Facebook. These are things I like. Me not care about no PMP and no GLP, where she say make good sense. Yeah, RPA where she get raised. Or give back to the people. Them these are things that me like, Jeffrey. Me go down there and first time I vote, and me tell you, a PMP me vote for, but what she say, Jeffrey, you have to repost it.
Yeah, man. Anytime they say gonna something like that, and honestly, I think she's gonna do it.
She's gonna do it, man. She find her heart. She's gonna do it, man. These are things we give back. We can all can give back something. We give it back to the people. Them then deserve it. Less fortunate that do all the good job you can do, and Me text you and you just me can correspond and
Yeah,
I
man.
back in.
Please
You
do.
understand?
Please do.
All right.
I gotta run. I'm getting a wrap up signal. All right. Thanks much. I want to say thanks to all very much. Thanks to Luke George Cook. Thanks for the callers. Thanks for the criticism. Thanks for the tweets. Thanks for everybody who call in and see what we can do to assist our black brothers and sisters back home. The Lady of Junction, the Lady of Brompton in St. Elizabeth. We will see what we can do to assist you. I will pass on your number to Luke George Cook and see what we can do to assist you. And for those out there who want to truly help, get in contact with me. And we're going to organize something. We're going to work out. We're going to try and figure out what we can do to assist people. As I said before, I would love to pull a 40-foot container with building supplies to help people to rebuild their houses. If not, there's a hardware that I always deal with. I would love to go down and see if it's even 2 or 3 houses we can afford to build and build it back. I don't want to build back no house, no zinc and no board or anything like that. What I want to do is build some houses, some concrete houses, and see what we can do to assist our people because our people need help. May God bless you all. And may God bless the people of Jamaica and our island home. Those who can assist, call me. Like we see what we can do to assist. As I said before, if I can't do it, I will not take anybody's money. All right? And I will show you how every red cent is being spent. Thank you all very much. God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Good night, everyone. And may God cover the people that is affected by Hurricane Melissa, especially the people of Westmoreland and the people of St. Elizabeth. Cover them tonight, Lord. May you provide for them. May you provide water, may you provide shelter, may you provide food for them, Lord. And you see and you know my heart. And Father God, let your will be done. If there should be help, Lord, through me to help our people, then let your will be done, Lord, because we truly need some help to help the people. May God bless you. May God bless everyone who is listening. And Father God, I want to tell you thanks for listening to me. And thanks for what you're about to do tonight, Lord. And thanks for covering those who are affected by this hurricane. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Thanks to Luke George Cook for coming on too. Thanks much.
Talk! Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affect the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.